Okay, so in this video we're going to review the Payntr X 001F golf shoes. I've been wearing them for about 3 months. I've been using them in competition. I put them through the paces, and now I'm going to tell you all that I've found about them, because Payntr makes some pretty bold claims that these can actually make you hit the ball further. I mean, is that possible? Let's get cracking. So just before we get stuck into the review of these Payntr golf shoes, just a quick reminder that you can now become a member of the Scratch at 50 channel. It's absolutely free of charge. All the info's in the description. Click the link, join the mailing list, and you can start enjoying all the benefits of the membership today. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. Do these golf shoes make you hit it further? Well, Payntr certainly thinks so, and there's some technology in these golf shoes that I've certainly never seen before, and I don't think has ever been done in a golf shoe before. So before we just get into that, a little bit about the brand. Payntr is a huge brand in cricket. You know, if you're serious about cricket, then you're probably going to be wearing a Payntr pair of cricket shoes. And now they're moving into golf, and they're coming at it with a pretty new and fresh approach. And what this system, or this technology in the sole, which is designed to make you hit further, is certainly falling into that category. So I'll bring some images up so you can see this as well. So in the sole here, there is a graphite carbon plate that is put into the sole, and then between that and the actual pimpled sole is a cushion of air. So first of all, and we'll get into this a little bit later in this video, but that makes these shoes incredibly comfortable. But the idea is that, you know, the saying is, for every action there's the opposite reaction. And we now know in the golf swing, with all this technology with foot plates, where actually to get extra distance you need to use the ground, you need to push off the ground, and that is where this technology is designed to work. So basically, as you push down, you compress the air between the dimpled sole and the graphite plate, and then as you push off, you get an extra bit of reaction to that, which helps you get more energy, which increases your club head speed and makes you hit it further. I mean, the science makes sense. I remember once playing in a medal, and I crushed a driver right at the left fairway bunker, and it carried that bunker by about a yard at the most. I mean, it just carried the lip and then bounded on the other side, and I had a very short shot to the green. Who's to know that these golf shoes didn't get me that extra yard and made a difference that day? I mean, it's possible. The science makes sense, but there's no way to prove it. So yeah, indeed, maybe on that particular day, the extra little bit from these golf shoes helped me carry that bunker and made a big difference, because if it had plugged in the face, I probably would have been looking at taking a bogey or more. Whereas actually, because I carried that bunker, I ended up with a birdie putt. So, you know, to answer the question about whether these golf shoes can make you hit it further, I can't prove it. There's nothing I can say to you today through any kind of analytical data that I can prove that these do make you hit it further. But one thing I do say about them is that it's not detrimental. This technology can only be a help. Now, it might only be getting you, you know, realistically an extra 5 yards maybe. I'm guessing. You know, it's not going to make a massive difference. It's not going to make you hit a club less on your next shot. It's not going to make that kind of difference. But just maybe on that day, it helped me carry that bunker and did actually make a difference to my score. Like I said before, that is possible. So don't dismiss it. There is something in this technology and in this science that makes sense, that suggests that you could get some extra yards out of wearing these golf shoes. Now we've dealt with the graphite plate and the science in the actual kind of sole of the shoe, I now want to actually talk about the dimpled part of this sole. Now, I've always been a person who wears fully spiked golf shoes. I've always had spiked shoes. I've never really used a dimpled sole before. Now, I was a little bit reticent about wearing these, certainly when, you know, in early morning when there's a bit of dew on the ground. But I have to say that the sole on these golf shoes is very, very well put together. There's a lot of dimples in all different sizes, in all different directions, in different parts of the sole, which are designed to make sure that you don't slip with your footing on the golf course. And I've got to say, in all the time I've been using these, I have not felt my foot slip once, whether I was hitting a drive as hard as I could or trying to heave it out of some semi-rough, whatever it was. The dimpled sole on these golf shoes works incredibly well. The next thing to talk about is the comfort. Now, I've got to say that the comfort on these golf shoes is absolutely off the charts. There's loads of padding in here, all around the sort of key areas, all around the tongue, all around the back of the shoe here, all the places where you want there to be some extra padding. These golf shoes have got it. But I have to say that I think that the technology that's in the sole that we spoke about earlier, where there's this cushion of air, which is obviously part of that science about, you know, pushing off the ground and getting some extra clubhead speed, I think for me, the biggest benefit of that is the actual comfort. When you're walking in these golf shoes, honestly, it feels like you're walking on a cushion of air. They are unbelievably comfortable golf shoes to wear. You know, we've just had an incredibly dry period in the UK where the ground was like concrete. You know, never once did my feet start to ache from walking on the incredibly hard ground. They're just super comfortable golf shoes. So taking away the science about whether these golf shoes can make you hit it further, just from a comfort point of view, I would really recommend trying these golf shoes. Lastly, let's talk about the look. So the look of these golf shoes, they're a great looking golf shoe. Like I say, I've worn these now for about 3 months, and I've worn them for every round of golf. So they've got a few little marks on them from obviously a bit of wear. I've got to say, I've not actually cleaned these golf shoes once. So they've actually, bared up to all the golf that I've played incredibly well. They come in a range of colours that you can get to suit, maybe the golf clothes that you wear or a preferred colour that you like. I got these white and blue ones that I thought just looked absolutely fantastic. Some people prefer darker colours that maybe don't mark up as quickly. You can get them in a darker colour. They look fantastic. The only slight negative that I can honestly come up with is that I found that if I tie the laces in a normal fashion, they come undone quite easily. So I have to make sure that I do it in a double knot. And as long as I put it in a double knot, then the laces don't come loose at all. So that's actually an easy thing to solve. And it might be something that's just due to me, I don't know. But I do have to make sure that I do these laces in a double knot every time I tie them up in the car park before coming out on the golf course. But apart from that, I can't think of any negatives for these golf shoes. They look great. They're incredibly comfortable. And there is just a chance that they actually make you hit the ball that little bit further. The science and the explanation, it makes sense that could possibly happen. Like I said before, it's not going to be something that's going to start making you hit it 20 yards further. But anything is a benefit, isn't it? So all I'd say on that is it's not going to be doing you any harm in that respect. But if it's just from a look, the quality of the construction, the quality of the fabrics and the comfort of wearing these golf shoes, then I would highly recommend that you give them a try. They really are fantastic, and I'm going to keep wearing these. I've got absolutely no reason to change these whatsoever. So there you go. There's the review of the Payntr X 001F golf shoes. Like I say, very interesting product. And if you're in the market for a new pair of golf shoes, then these should definitely be on your consideration list. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, you can now become a member of the Scratch at 50 channel, and it's completely free of charge. Just click the link in the description and then you can get some offers and benefits from Payntr on some golf shoes. You are only ever going to get mailed anything from the channel, and it'll only be anything relevant to the channel, and it'll be mostly offers and benefits from the partner brands. Your information will not be shared with anyone. So yeah, it's totally free of charge. Go to the description, click the link, sign up for the membership, and you can start enjoying benefits and offers on multitude of golfing products, from golf holidays, golf shoes, range finders, golf balls, training aids from one of the world's leading putting coaches. I mean, there's loads of good stuff coming on there. So yeah, sign up to be a member today. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.